This video is not why prospecting works so well. We're not going to debate, if you should be prospecting or if you should be marketing. It's been proven time and time again that direct prospecting is the most effective way to get new listings. The question is, why is it not working for you? And so in this video, I'm going to share with you all the mistakes that I see all the agents out there making, why they're not getting the results they're after when it comes to prospecting, yet all the other top producers seem to be getting amazing results with direct prospecting. In this video, I'm going to break down why. Hey guys, welcome back to another real estate training video. And before we get started, if you want help growing your business, you want to become a top listing agent, you're done working with buyers, you want to have a schedule and the income that you've desired when you got into this business, I'll put a link beneath this video for us to jump on a call. We'll talk through my lifetime mentorship program, and then you can decide if it makes any sense or not. So here's what happens when most agents either start prospecting or even if they've been prospecting for a little while. The most common mistake that I'm seeing is certainly when we call a prospect, we're complete strangers, right? They don't know us, we don't know them. So certainly there's going to be what I call level one resistance. Level one resistance just means you're a stranger, okay? So you have to understand the mindset of, naturally someone's going to be a little defensive. They're going to be a little standoffish. They're not going to be super nice and super sweet. You're a complete stranger posing a threat to them as a high pressure salesperson. So of course, the prospect is going to give you resistance. Of course, the prospect is going to be negative. Question is, how do you respond to that? So here's what you were probably taught to do. Here's what I was taught to do. Here's what most real estate training is teaching all of us to do. So we call a prospect. A prospect is in level one resistance. They give us an objection or pushback, or whatever you want to call it. We're taught to try and overcome the objection. We're taught to take what they're saying, come up with some fancy script to try to convince them that what they're saying is not valid and that they should believe what we're saying. Now, if you've tried that, if you've been doing that, you simply know that no longer works, okay? So I was convinced that that was the way for a long time, right? Work on your objection handlers, work on overcoming objections, work on, these high pressure selling tactics that I'm here to tell you guys. The consumers aren't responding to that. That's the reason why you're not having the success prospecting that all these other agents have. This is the reason that kept me from 100 transactions a year, kept me down to 20, 30 deals per year. And so you have to stop when a prospect gives you resistance, gives you an objection. You cannot try to convince them that what they just told you is the wrong way of thinking, that you're going to come up with some fancy words that in 2 seconds, 3 second time frame, you're going to change their mind. It's not going to happen. It's total crap. I mean, look at politics and religion and all that stuff. Try to convince somebody that their belief is wrong and you pose your belief on them. How does that working out? Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't work at all. So what is the solution? The solution is in this book, okay? So if you haven't read this book, this is an absolute must read for any real estate salesperson or really any salesperson for that matter. And it's Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. And what Chris talks about in the book is something that we call creating the illusion of control, okay? So in my training program, I work on this every single week with all of our students. And so here's what it looks like. So a prospect gives you an objection, okay? You've been taught this entire time, your entire career, hey, this is what you say to overcome that objection. Here's what you say to get past that. Well, stop doing that. Creating the illusion of control puts the prospect in a state of mind that they are not used to, okay? So let's just use this as an example. Let's just say you're calling a for sale by owner. And one of the objections that we hear all the time when calling a for sale by owner is, hey, I'm not paying a commission. I'm not interested in listing my home. Now, you were taught to try to explain to them why listing with an agent is better than selling on their own, right? Well, stop doing that today after this video. What you need to start doing moving forward is creating the illusion of control. How do I do that? Number one, we're going to stay 100% agreeable with the prospect. Keep in mind, what is the goal of prospecting? Is it to list the property over the phone? Like, do we think the outcome will be, well, if I say some magic words, I'm going to get a contract? It's never going to happen. The goal of prospecting is to get an appointment. Shocker, right? So if that's the goal, stop trying to sell over the phone. Stop trying to convince over the phone. Step one is staying agreeable, right? We're just trying to create a situation that gets us face to face with this prospect. So once you're in agreement, okay? So the prospect says, listen, I'm never ever going to list my house, or I'm not going to pay a commission. Instead of trying to convince them, you're now going to just stay agreeable. Listen, I totally get it. Quite frankly, in this market, regardless of what other agents are telling you, you shouldn't have to list your home. You shouldn't have to pay a commission. You absolutely can sell this house on your own without an agent. That is the truth, regardless of what other agents are telling you. Now, if you haven't been following me for a while, that makes you super uncomfortable. You probably look at that and say, why in the world, Brandon, would you say that? Well, there's many reasons. I've made many videos as to why we respond that way, but the most important is we're doing what we call level setting with the prospect. Okay, they're not used to that type of response. They think they're going to get into a fight, like they are with most real estate agents. So when you respond like that, and you do a level shift, is actually what it's called in neurolinguistics, the prospect's taken back. They're saying, wow, finally a real estate agent that isn't trying to pressure me. Finally a real estate agent that's not trying to sell me on listing my property. I'm selling for sale by owner. You knew that when you called me, right? So first thing is first. We stay calm, we stay agreeable, okay? The second thing is, when giving the illusion of control, is we want to pose new information or new stimulus to the prospect without any threat. Okay, so simply put, it sounds like this. So, Mr. For Sale by Owner, let's not agree to do anything right now. What I'd like to do is stop by, share with you new information that may help you down the road in the event you can't sell this property on your own. It might be something for you to fall back on, and you'll decide if it's something you would consider down the road or not. Either way, no big deal. Fair enough? Okay, so that's what the script sounds like. I know everyone's obsessed with the scripts, but it's not about the scripts. It's the framework. It's the approach. So step one, we're staying calm, we're staying agreeable. Step two is we're creating that illusion of control, putting out new information that will cause the seller to want to meet with us, okay? In this example, I said, hey, I'm going to share with you new information that will help your property actually sell, okay? And then I remove the threat by saying, and then you'll decide if this is something you would consider down the road, not now. Now is threatening. Down the road is not threatening. Something you would consider down the road or not. Either way, no big deal. And then I follow that up with step three, which is called gaining agreement with, you heard me say the most powerful word in sales, which is fair. And I followed that up by saying, fair enough. This is what you need to master. Now, it sounds easy on this video, right? You're like, oh yeah, that's no big deal. I can do that. Well, you need to master that on the phone call every single day. This will lead to a lot more listing opportunities. And so every Tuesday in my lifetime training program, we're working on these skills. You'll be with me, okay, on video every single Tuesday, going back and forth, working on your skill set. And so I put a link beneath this video. Let's jump on a call. I'll walk through all the details of the program, and then together we can decide if teaming up, working together would make any sense. So until next time, stay focused, stay committed, stay disciplined so that you can continue to build a big listing business and a big life. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video very soon.